Kodak Black arrested for trafficking, facing 20 years in prison. Kodak Black's case has just taken a sudden turn, and after 1 year of being released from prison and staying out of trouble, it seems like his bad luck has caught up with him, as he was recently arrested for trafficking and possession. Now, Kodak is charged with up to 20 years in prison, and even his lawyers are running out of options. This is one of the worst moments in Kodak's life, and it's sad to say, but his career is falling apart. He's had a long battle with substances, and now look where it's gotten him. Recent footage was leaked of his arrest, and let's just say it's been the talk of the town. You can tell that Kodak knows he really messed up this time around, and luckily for us, his lawyer personally released a statement. After reading the statement his lawyer put out, it's clear to see that Kodak is done. I mean, this man's track history when it comes to the law is out of this world, and now, after a long road down the wrong path, Kodak Black is facing 20 years in prison. There's obviously a lot to get into with all that's going on in the industry and all the rapper reactions to Kodak getting arrested. But today we'll mainly be sticking to Kodak Black arrested for trafficking, facing 20 years in prison, because this is the talk of the town. So Kodak Black is facing a trafficking charge stemming from his 2022 incident with Oxy. Prosecutors say he was allegedly trafficking 14 to 25 Gs. That's more serious than just possession. It invites harsh penalties, especially for someone already on thin legal ice. If convicted, a trafficking sentence could derail everything. Locked up, pause career momentum, cancel tours, loss of sponsorships, or label trust. Even if he avoids maximum time, the damage to image is real. Fans might stay loyal, but casual listeners, radio stations, and collaborators, they seem risk. And in the streaming age, every negative headline eats into numbers, perception, and partnerships. But Kodak has had wins lately. A more minor possession charge was dismissed, in part because he had a legitimate Oxy prescription that prosecutors could conclusively disapprove. Also, evidence tampering and possession charges got dismissed, so he's not utterly defenseless. Still, this trafficking case looms large. On top of that, he recently was freed after a judge gave him time served for a probation violation. That shows how fragile his legal standing is. One slip and the system pounces. So it's like walking on a tightrope. One side is freedom, big drops, and the other side is comeback or collapse. Kodak has a long reputation with the legal system. Let's talk black marks. He's been arrested multiple times over the years for straps, false statements, assault allegations, and trespassing. He got a federal sentence in 2019 for falsely stating info to purchase straps. That prison time was commuted by Donald Trump in 2021. So he got a second chance. He's also been accused in civil suits. Two men claimed he's tied to a Super Bowl after-party hit, seeking huge judgment. He's had issues with probation, missed tests, and been ordered into rehab. So reputation-wise, he's got more red flags than a bullfighting ring. But in rap, trouble with the law sometimes even adds a sense of authenticity. The problem is when the legal trouble catches up and starts dragging down the music. People in the industry see him as a risk asset. Labels, partners, promoters may hesitate. He might get locked out of certain venues or sponsorships, unwilling to be tied to a big lawsuit. But his track record isn't spotless. It's tarnished, messy, and suspectable. He's past the point of casual mistakes. Now, everything is judged under a harsher spotlight. Rapper reactions to Kodak's legal case. Some artists publicly support him, seeing his case as part of a systemic targeting of black rappers by law enforcement. They'll drop posts like "Free Kodak" or express distrust about how the case was handled. But others are more cautious. If you're a big name, you don't necessarily want your name tied to legal drama. So some stay silent or issue vague support without full endorsement. Kodak's collab with 6ix9ine on Shakalaka drew public backlash, particularly from Boosie, who called him out for that move, saying Kodak sold his soul for money. Also ripping into Boosie, Kodak reposted calls calling Boosie a clown for attacking him over the collab, because rap culture weighs street cred and authenticity heavily. If you're perceived to be aligning with snitches or questionable collabs, it damages your standing amongst some peers. Kodak is walking on the razor's edge. His legal past makes every new charge look like the final straw. This trafficking case could either be a major setback or another chapter in his chaotic legend, depending on how well his lawyers navigate it and how much public support he keeps.